Yes, yes, Sir Hairless here. Today we go back 45 years to 1981. A huge band, a new band to the channel, but very, very huge, so I'm told, formed in New York. This is Foreigner. I'm not all that familiar with them, to be honest. I probably know a chorus from one or two of their more popular or famous songs, but I've never known any more than that. I don't think I can recall a song all the way through from start to finish, and I don't know anything about them. So it's always nice to get a proper introduction to a band as big as this, especially when they've sold over 80 million records. Let's dive into our proper introduction to Foreigner with their song Urgent. Oh, this is one of those songs that just makes your body go. I don't know, sometimes I just physically react to music. I can't help it if my head goes like this or my face like that. Well, I have paused and exactly a minute. Wow. When I do my pauses, I try and make them roughly every 1 to 1.5 minutes. That way, when I receive the usual, "Oh, why are you pausing?" comments, I can say, well, I've actually played the song for over a minute. But that was bang on. I don't think that's ever happened before. Groovy song though. There's something very cool about it. I know a lot of people will be watching this and thinking, oh, this is 80s cheesy. Look how they're dressed and stuff. I don't know. I think there's something very, very cool about it. Also, the singer looks eerily like a tennis coach I had when I was younger. So it's a little bit uncanny. I doubt my tennis coach could sing like he could though. All right, well, while we've paused, let's just go over a few of the things from that first minute. I don't think we've had the chorus yet based on the structure and the lyrics. So if we have, I apologize, but it hasn't seemed obvious. The opening, though, immediately grabs our attention. Let's just have a listen again. Dissonance through reverb. And the reverb basically holds on the first note as the other one plays. So we are hearing elements of that. Also, it's chromatic. Chromaticism is just when notes move up in a stepwise motion, often used in music for sadder or darker or maybe even more sinister vibes. The percussion eases in almost unexpectedly, and from what we've heard so far, the percussion is so solid. I'm pretty sure there's actually been zero variety in the percussion so far. It's very consistent, which allows us to very quickly fall into the groove of the music. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it's just like a, you know, your body wants to move along with it. We do get funky rhythms elsewhere though. The bass being one of the main perpetrators of funky rhythms. You get around, you wanna fly, don't want your feet on the ground. A lot of syncopation. The harmonic rhythm of the song, so in other words, the chord changes, they don't happen often. They're really quite slow or irregular or infrequent. So that's why I think that the rhythms are really one of the main and most important sources of energy in this song. Maybe even some undertones of funk elements. I know this is rock, you'd call it. But also, I don't know how I'd say it, but like the timbral contrast, the contrast of timbres or audio textures, like the types of sounds we're hearing, which instruments we're hearing, at what moments, in what registers they're playing, the contrast of all of these things also just contribute massively to the energy when the percussion is a bit more subtle, when it's not really doing too much. Of course, the main factor, arguably, is his singing. What's his name, actually? Lou Gramm. I just love how he does it. He's obviously got quite a higher natural set chest voice than most men. A lot of these rock singers do. It just allows them to sing super high, like up here, without using falsetto like that. It's the chesty sound, the full sound. It's really high, by the way. That note is one note below here, which is what I call the wow operatic tenor moment. And when he sings, it seems like he's allowing himself almost to seem like he's losing control at the higher parts. A bit more of a raspy sound on the lower notes is when he seems to choose to implement a bit more vibrato, a bit more kind of vocal or traditional vocal control. So yeah, excited to see more of this, especially what the chorus will be if we haven't heard it yet, which I don't think we have. So let's carry on.
Look in your eyes.
Oh yeah, that's a super nice line of the chorus there, isn't it? So simple, but so effective. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of that interval there. That's a tritone, which was famously known as Diabolus in Musica, the devil in music. Just because of that exact interval, the frequencies between the notes, it's physics, right? It just sounds... Oh. And then it resolves there. And then when you add in the really subtle harmony at the top, it's very, very quiet and super high, but it's definitely there. So, and the repetition of those chords. It's regimented. Cha, 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 cha. There's no swing or bounce to the chords. Let's go back to the first time we heard the chorus, in case it's different. I think it was exactly the same. Yeah, it's the same. The lyrics here, the music has to complement the lyrics. So what are the lyrics saying? Well, it seems they're talking about the love interest's claims of their love being urgent, even though it's probably more physical than emotional, kind of like a, you know, I don't know, lust type thing. But his love is actually the more emotional or traditionally romantic type of love, maybe. The music reflects the urgency. Cha, 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 cha. It just feels that way. They are unwavering, unfaltering, just the same, very, very constant. On the other hand, though, as a complete contrast, what do we get on top of them? These synth wavy style notes that are elongated, longer, they kind of come in and out. There's not so much conviction in what they actually are because they're sliding. So whether it's intentional or not, there's a contrast in the lyrics between him and the love interest, a contrast in the music between the cha-cha-cha-cha and everything that happens around it. I just think it works really well. Back to that chorus line. These notes are actually just the middle note of each of the chords that change underneath. So have a look out for these notes as I play the 4 chords. That's the chorus. The chords of the verses are sort of similar, but also a bit different. Both the verses and the choruses work on a 4-chord pattern. The verses 4-chord pattern, 3 unique chords: E minor, C, A minor, and then E minor, that's a repeat. And 3 of those 4 chords are minor chords, sadder sounding. You know, if they were major, they'd sound happier, but no, 3 are minor. On the other hand, the chorus, also a 4-chord pattern, has 4 unique chords. So every chord is distinct, it's different. And only 2 of them are minor or sadder sounding. So it means you have an extra happier sounding chord. So maybe it sounds a bit more uplifting, subliminally or fundamentally. Also, the verse chords, if we rearrange them, look how minimal the movement is. You only need to change 1 note between each chord. I think that's definitely intentional, especially when we consider how little harmonic movement there is overall. They're choosing chords that are so closely related to each other, so there's no real drastic changes anywhere. Oh, and just before we carry on with the song, going back to the lyrics we were talking about earlier and the rhythms, at the end of the chorus, on the last urgent,
See how urgent my love can be. It's urgent, urgent, urgent.
there, it's urgent.
Love can be. It's urgent, urgent, urgent.
He comes in 1 beat before he has any time previously. It's the final urgent. It's like he literally cannot wait that 1 extra second. He just has to say urgent, it's urgent. Oh, I've said urgent so many times, it's starting to sound a bit weird now. All right, let's carry on with the song. If you enjoy these videos, please consider supporting me. You can buy me a coffee or hot chocolate, join our Patreon for loads of additional content that's not available on YouTube, or become a YouTube member for these groovy emojis and membership badges. All options are linked below, and a special thanks to everyone on the screen. Back to the video.
Urgent. So urgent. You know it's urgent.
Sorry, these freeze frames, they always throw me off. I keep thinking my internet's dying. And it happened earlier. I forget the lyrics. It was something about like deceit or playing tricks on my mind. I think he said you played tricks on my mind as the freeze frame started happening. And I was thinking, you're playing tricks on my mind right now. I'll go back a few seconds and then we'll carry on.
You know it's urgent. I wanna tell you it's a slave for me. So urgent, urgent, urgent. Just you wait and see how urgent my love can be. It's urgent, urgent, urgent.
Well, we have finally got some saxophone. I was watching Mr. Saxman in the background for the whole song, looking ever so 80s with that tash and the white jacket collar up, just grooving away. I was watching him and I was wondering, is he actually going to do anything? I mean, he did play for maybe 2-3 seconds earlier on. Let me find it.
Love can be. It's urgent, 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 urgent.
And that's really all we get. It did show him playing elsewhere in the video. He might be there somewhere in the musical texture, but it definitely was not a prominent sound if there was any sax at all. So the whole previous, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds or so being just the sax solo, I like it. They like it. You can see them all, well, the singer Lou turning around in appreciation, the percussionist, the drummer, vibing away, so consistent, smiling because he knows there is some absolute saxophone madness going on behind him. And sorry, I started to giggle because I was just thinking, you know, when you have a mosquito in your ear very late at night or when you're half asleep or something, that's what it was reminding me of. Maybe I was getting PTSD. But no, incredible playing. I'm not a saxophonist by any means. I know a bit about it, but I can say for sure it's no easy feat to play like this. Right at the limits of the instrument's range. And then back into the chorus, so we'll carry on and finish up the song. There's under a minute left. It's nice though, the song, it is repetitive by nature, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I know there'll be someone who takes offense at that. But I always say that like a lot of the catchiest music is repetitive because it allows us to immediately familiarize ourselves with it. If you keep hearing the same thing over and over, and there aren't too many changes and it's very kind of predictable, it can be catchy, especially when the music is good. I think the music is good, and I therefore think it's very catchy. I'm sitting here grooving along, and of course, the more something is repeated, there is the risk of it becoming boring or samey. So putting a little saxophone solo in there for a segment, it's good variety to the music, completely different, whilst you also have that familiar feel underneath everything. Really, really cool. Let's finish this one off. A classic fade out, so typical of the time. I love those little urgents he gets right in the end. Urgent. Oh, very high actually, quite difficult. It's a cool song. I genuinely think that is a cool song. Like I said earlier, some people will probably find the aesthetic quite cheesy and whatnot. I actually don't. I just think it's quite cool all round. Definitely some cheese in there, but it wouldn't be true 80s without a bit of cheese, right? Really nice song, and it's one of these songs that goes to show you don't have to have the most crazy complex runs and harmonic changes in a song for it to be successful and catchy and to have a clear message. Of course, we are all entitled to our own opinions. There will be some people who hate this song, and there will be some who think it's the best song in the world, and there'll be some like me who just think it's a very good, solid song. So I will definitely be listening to this quite a few more times, try and pick up on anything I might have missed in this first listen. And yeah, comment down below other songs by Foreigner that I should check out. The best way you can let me know that you want to see more Foreigner on the channel is by liking this video. The more likes I get on a video by an artist, the more I know people want to see more of that artist. Comments help, so if you don't want to write any words, then please just leave a cool emoji like you see on the screen now. Hope to see the coolest comment section out there down below, and hopefully see you in the next one.